Welcome to the new gaming employee registration system. This video will serve as a guide for human resources. In this video, we will cover how to access the new system, the application process from start to finish, navigating the HR dashboard, and reprint letters. Location administrators will be the only ones allowed to create new accounts for their HR staff. Before, a licensee authorization form was needed to make an account, but that's not the case anymore. So go ahead and log in. Click or hover User Management. Click on Create User. Fill out all the boxes here, and then click Submit. An email with the username and password will be sent to their email address. All the information input on this screen must match the information that was put on their gaming card so that the system can link the accounts together. To add locations to a user's account, you're going to go to User Management, click User Search, search by either their username, name, or email. Action, Manage User Apps. Click on Assign Application. Under Available Application, click on Gaming Employee Registration, and under Applicable Roles, click HR. Then you're going to select the available locations that you want to give them access to. Scroll down, click Assign. And if you would like to remove any locations, you can just find the locations here below, click Action, Remove Location, and then confirm by clicking Yes. As a small side note, any HR employee that will be handling online payments, which we'll see more of later in this video, will need the HR batch role assigned to them by the location administrator. That can be done by going to the applicable role and clicking on HR batch. Make sure they have a location assigned to them. Scroll down and click Assign. If you would like to change or update your password, click or hover User Info. Click on Change Password. Enter your current password as well as your new password twice and click Submit. If you have forgotten your password, go to the home page, click Forgot Your Password, enter your username and email, and an email will be sent to your inbox. If you would like to view your locations, click or hover User Info, click View My Locations. All the locations below will be the ones that's been assigned to your account. If you would like a PDF version of this, you can click the PDF button. And if you would like to see this in an Excel sheet, click CSV. If you are the location administrator and you would like to get a list of all HR employees and which properties they have access to, you can go to User Management, Export Users, select an account application, choose Gaming Employee Registration. And if you would like to filter by location name, you can click on Primary Name, and it'll go into alphabetical order. If you would like to find an individual casino or property, search their name on the right-hand side. In this case, I'll do Aria, and it'll show you everyone who has access to that property. If you want an Excel sheet, you can click the CSV button right here. And if you would like a PDF, you can click the PDF button right here. This will be how to navigate the HR dashboard. So from the home page, you'll go to Forms and Applications, click on Gaming Employee Registration, go to Human Resources, and HR Dashboard. So we have two tabs up at the top, one for Application and Process, and one for Existing Employee Transactions. The easiest way to remember this is Applications and Process are for non-submitted employees, and then Existing Employee Transactions are for submitted employees. You can filter by location here. The default is going to be all, but if you exit out, you can select an individual property or you can select multiple properties. For example, if I click Aria, I can go ahead and click Bellagio, and then I can click Bourbon Street Sports Bar. If I want to just do, let's say, Bellagio and Aria, for example, I can exit out of Bourbon Street. To get back to this, I can exit out of both of these and click All. I can also filter by hire date. I can choose the hire date from and the hire date to. You'll have to click the search button afterwards. If you would like to reset any of the filters, you can click the reset button here. We have 4 application filters, which I will call widgets. The first one will be HR action required. If an applicant has an expired account invitation, you can filter by that and resend them the invite by clicking this button here and then clicking on resend invitation. If they have an unresolved discrepancy, you can fix it by going to HR action required, unresolved discrepancy, and clicking the person's applicant ID. If you have applicants with pending submission, it categorizes them into 4 categories: payment and fingerprints, only payments, only fingerprints, and all received. Payment and fingerprints means they need both payment and fingerprints. Only payments is only payments. Only fingerprints is only fingerprints. And all received is ready for submission. The next one will be lockout. If you click lockout, it'll show you all of the accounts that are locked out because they have been inactive for more than 30 days. So you'll click the action button to the right of them, click unlock. This pop-up will show up, and then just click the unlock button here, and it will unlock their account. The last widget we'll talk about is incomplete. This is the easiest one because it just means that you have applicants who have not completed their gaming registration yet. You can filter by less than 10 days, 10 to 20, or greater than 20 days. If you need to resend the invitation, you can always just click on this button right here and then click resend the invitation. If you would like to withdraw any applications, you can just search by their name into the search filter here. Click on the checkbox by their applicant ID and then click the withdraw button by the filter. This will pop up and it'll confirm that you want to do it. Click next. State the reason. Press next, and then just confirm that you want to withdraw this. You can do this with multiple applicants as well. For example, if I have 3 applicants here, and I would like to resend all their invitation, you can click resend invitation, or you can click withdraw application if you would like to withdraw all of them at the same time. We are now in the existing employee transactions tab. Same thing as in the application in process tab, you can filter by location and hire date, as well as the filtering by typing anything you would like down here. You can see that you have 2 widgets, one for registration expiration, and then one for active registrations. So for the expired ones, you can filter by all that are expired, that are going to expire in 7 days, in 8 to 15, and in 16 to 30. In the active registrations, it won't have anything to the right of it. If you would like to terminate an employee, you can just search by their name. For example, if I type in this one that I've made, first name of Rubik's, last name of Cube, you can go over to the Actions button and just hover over it, do not click. You can either report a violation of a felony or conviction with the Reg 5. Type in the reason, and then press send. If you would like to terminate this employee, you can hover over Actions and click Terminate Employee. You can do it for a general reason or the Reg 5 reason that we've had before. Put in their termination date. Click Next. Select the location. Click Next. And then press the Terminate button to terminate them. I'm searching for the same applicant again just to show you that the termination is instant. So once you do term him, you will not see him on your existing employee transactions tab again. The last thing for this tab is going to be getting an employee's registration card. So find your employee, go to the right and hover over Actions, click on Registration Card. A new window will pop up prompting it to download the gaming card. And you will see that this is how it's going to look like for this person. To create an application, from the homepage, we're going to go to Forms and Applications, click on Gaming Employee Registration. We're then going to hover over Human Resources and click Create Application. In the top right, you'll see the application type says New. And as we go to fill in this information, the citizenship, if it is within the United States, so if they are a United States citizen, a social will be required. If they are from anywhere outside the US, it's going to require a passport number. So in this situation, I'm going to use a fake social security number. And I'm going to use a fake character. Then I'm going to fill in their date of birth. For their date of birth, you can either manually type it in, or you can click on this calendar button to choose the year. I'm just going to manually type it in. Now, if they are underneath the age of 21 but over 18, it will say that they are a minor. So you have to confirm that you want to hire a minor. And over here in the positions, it's going to show that they only have a limited amount of positions that they can hold. But if I type in 2003, for example, it'll show me all of the regular gaming positions. I'm going to enter an email address. And a phone number. If you as the employer want to pay for their gaming card, you'll click this box right here. Underneath work information, a picture will be required, but it can be added on after the applicant fills out the application. So I'm going to skip that for now and click on the hiring date, click on today, select any position. For armed or unarmed position, this is more towards security, but if they're going to be armed, you're going to click on the arm button. Do they have credentials? Yes or no. If they do, select the credential plans and then upload a copy of the credentials. If they don't, you have to acknowledge that they do not. So for this situation, I'm going to click no, add the location. You can search for it up here, or you can just go through the list, click add locations. After that, you'll create the application. To do a change of location, it's going to be the same way as creating a new application or a renewal. I'm going to click on Human Resources, create application, and then I'm just going to fill all the information in. You'll notice at the top right, it does say application type new, but once I enter the information, it'll change from new to location update. Once all the information is filled in, click create application. Once you click create application, on the bottom, you'll see this pop up. It'll have you select that this is the applicant that you want to have their location updated. Make sure this is clicked and press confirm create application. It'll ask you to do it again. The application was created successfully, and at the top right, you'll see that it's changed from new to a location update. When an application has been made, if the applicant is in object status, this notification will appear. It will advise them to contact the hearings office at gcbhearingsadmin@gcb.nv.gov. Occasionally, an applicant will have a limited status when trying to create their gaming. If you click on the radio button on the left side of their picture, you will see the reasons why. It'll say this applicant's registration is in limited status and subject to the following conditions or limitations. This is the email that the applicant will see once the invitation is sent from HR. This will be valid for 3 days. Underneath where it says employer, it'll say please click here to register for a new account. Click where it says here. Enter in your first name, last name, password, confirm your password, and add a PIN. This will be a permanent account for the applicant that they can use every time they want to register for a gaming card, a renewal, or a change of location. Also, check the box that says I agree to the terms and conditions and privacy policy. Click here to log in, enter your information, and log in. It's going to ask for a 2-factor login. A security verification code will be sent to your email address. Go ahead and enter that and press login. This will take you straight to the application. On the left side, you can see all the things that you'll have to fill out for this application. That includes basic information, the welcome page, personal information, contact information, work history, arrest history, child support, a questionnaire, a release form, and confirmation. On the basic information, you're going to fill out your last name, first name, birth date, email address, phone number, citizenship, and social security number or passport number. If any information is not matching what HR put for you, it'll create a discrepancy. So when you click confirm, anything that's not the same will be highlighted in red. In this situation, I put a 1 instead of a 0 for the last digit of the social, so that'll be highlighted in red. If I believe that I put the right social in and HR made a mistake, I will click the second box and say I believe I've entered all my information correctly, and it'll send it to HR. You'll just have to write a small explanation. But if I, as the applicant, messed up, I can click the first button, change it to what I need to change it to, and then click next. Also in the top left, you'll see next to basic information that it is a red exclamation point. That means that there's missing things that need to be done on the page, and that needs to be fixed before moving on. So now that I have fixed it, it's turned into a yellow check mark, which means that I am okay to move on. So yellow, you're okay to move on. Something needs to be fixed by either you or HR later on, or green means that you're good to go to the next page. On the welcome page, it's going to give us a list of approved fingerprinting locations. On the personal information page, you'll have to fill out your date of birth, your country, state, and city of birth. After that, fill in your physical identifiers, so your sex, race, ethnicity, hair color, eye color, height, and weight. Next, fill in any body marks. That includes scars, marks, tattoos, piercings. And after that, select your preferred language, indigenous status, and refugee status. Once that is completed, you can click next. Under contact information, enter your street address, your country, state or province, city, and zip code. If your mailing address is different from your residence, enter your mailing address. If not, select no. Select what type of phone you have. Select what type of email you have, and add an emergency contact. Under work history, select yes or no, depending on if you've been employed in the past 5 years. Add all previous jobs, including the employer, position, country, state/province, city, the start date, end date, and a reason for separation. After that, click next. Enter all rest history below. Choose the option that matches for your child support. In this case, I'm not subjected to a court order to pay child support. Answer all 7 questions below. Click next. You're allowing us to investigate all of your criminal history information, as well as your fingerprint information. Click next. And on the confirmation page, you're going to confirm that everything that you've stated before is true. Click the box and press Submit Application. This is also where if the applicant was going to pay for it, they would pay for it on this screen. But since I am paying for it as HR, I will show you how to pay that later on in this video. This will be submitting an application. So the last application that we did for Miles Morales is what we're going to work on. Log in. Go to Forms and Applications, click Gaming Employee Registration, click or hover Human Resources, and go to HR Dashboard. We're going to find the application that we just made. That was for Miles Morales. I'm going to click on Miles. It's going to open up a new tab. And it's going to say fields highlighted in red indicate that the applicant has made an update and requires human resources to resolve. I'm going to click Resolve. And it'll open up one tab for each problem. So here, it's going to say that the entry was for the social, HR entry was for the last two digits 30, and the applicant was 31. In this case, I'm going to click HR entry, if that is correct, which in this case it will be. Click Next, and click Apply. The applicant will get an email into their email address stating that this correction has been made. There's three things that need to be resolved so that we can submit the application. The first would be a photo. So you can either upload a photo by clicking Browse and finding it on your computer, or for example, if you just have it on the web, drag and drop it over. Click Add Picture, and that'll be there. Very important here, if you choose to add fingerprint information or payment information without saving the photo will disappear and you will have to put it back into the Manage Picture area. So I'm going to click Save, and that'll save the photo. Now I'm going to add fingerprints, so click the Add button, and you're going to select the method, whether it's live or manual. In this case, I'll do a live scan. Select the location from the drop-down list, and put in the APCN. The APCN will be on the fingerprint authorization form. In this case, I'm just going to put this, add in the date the fingerprints were done, and then upload a copy of the fingerprints. Click Save. So that was two of the three things that I have done. In this situation, because I did select that the employer pays for the applicant's gaming registration fee, I'm not going to be able to add it here. So just make sure everything is saved. I'm going to scroll up and go to Human Resources. Click HR Dashboard. And then I'm going to come to these widgets. I'm going to click Pending Submission. I'm going to go to Only Payment. Click on Employer. And now we see that Miles is the one that shows up. I'm going to click this box right here and click Pay for Registration. So you see there's no errors found. I'm going to click Next. It's going to ask me if I want to batch pay. So for batch paying, you can pay for one person at a time or multiple people at the same time. Because the situation I only have one person, I'm just going to pay for Miles's gaming card. I'm going to click Next. And then this is going to create the batch. You're going to click Payment. And it will take you to the payment screen. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to agree to these terms. You can read this for yourself if you have any questions. Click Continue. And now I'm going to enter the billing information. So for this, I'm just going to put my own information. Click Continue once it's all filled in. And then you'll just put in your card information. For this, I have a fake credit card that I'm putting in for testing purposes. Click Submit. And then you can print a payment receipt if you would like to, or just click Finish. So once that is done, I want to find Miles's account again. So I'm going to search down here for Miles. Click on his applicant ID number. It's going to open into a new page. And if I scroll down, you can see that the payment has been put in here. I can view it if I would like to. And now at the bottom right, the Submit Application button has appeared. So I'm going to click Submit Application. So now I can download the confirmation of the application being submitted if I would like to. So now that Miles' application has been submitted, I'm going to show you that in the Application and Process tab, it's not going to show up anymore. So I'll search for Miles and it won't show up. If I go to the existing employee transaction and I search for my applicant Miles Morales, because the application has been submitted, it now shows up in the existing employee transactions tab. So any employee that has been submitted can be found only in the existing employee transactions tab, not in the application and process. For offline payments, this button will not be grayed out. So I'm going to click Add, type in the transaction fee. For a new card, it's going to be $45. Put in the reference number, select the type. In this situation, I'm going to pick cashier's check, put in the date, and then I'm going to upload a copy of that cashier's check. And you'll see below in red, it's going to say, please mail the completed payment to the Nevada Gaming Control Board after submitting this application. So I'm going to click Save, and that's how you add an offline payment. In this portion, we're going to talk about batch pay. I'm going to start from the HR dashboard and click on Pending Submissions. I'm going to click on Only Payments, and then I'm going to click on Employer. It's going to show me that there are 3 applicants that need to be paid for. I can either pay for them individually or all together. So I can click the box next to their name to pay for them individually, and then click on Pay for Registration. But in this situation, I want to pay for them all together. So I'm going to click this checkbox above, and then pay for the registrations. It'll tell me that there is no validation errors. An example of a validation error would be if I have the first person in a different batch with other people, I cannot add them to a new batch. So since there's no validation errors, I'm going to click Next. It's going to show me the application IDs, the types, the fee amount, and the convenience fee. If this is all right, click Next. I'm going to click Payment. It's going to take me to the payment screen. I'll have to agree to the conditions above and then click Continue. This will take me to the payment page where you can put in your information to pay for the applicants. I'm going to press Cancel. And if I wanted to find it again, if I didn't pay for it the first time, let's say I wanted to come back to it later, I can go to Human Resources, click Batch Management, and this is the batch that I had earlier. If I click on the Actions button, I can either pay or delete it. Let's say I wanted to delete it and add more people in. I'll press Delete, and then I'll confirm that I want to delete it. But in this case, I want to pay for it. So I click Pay. It'll take me back to this page. I'll have to agree to the conditions above again, press Continue, and then enter the information to pay for the applications. If an applicant's fingerprints were not sufficient during the first submission, a letter looking like this will be sent to the applicant and to the HR. They will need to resubmit fingerprints within 15 days of opening this letter. All future correspondence, for example, a need for new fingerprints, suspensions, and objections, will be sent via email to HR staff. This is what the email would look like. Click the link to gain access to the document, and this is what it will look like.